Sonic the Hedgehog. I opened up YouTube just before and I saw this. And for some reason, I was like, why is the mic so hot today? For some reason, I was like, God, I love Sonic the Hedgehog and all associated things. And it got me thinking about, why is this so hot? It got me thinking about the legacy of Sonic the Hedgehog, my experience with the franchise over the years. And so I felt like going back, thinking about it, yapping about it. The earliest I can think of, I cannot pinpoint anything before this. As a pretty young child, we used to vacation on Long Beach Island, New Jersey, and we'd rent this one place, and they had a Sega Genesis there. Very brave of them to have a video game console at a rental house at the beach. I mean, I guess it was old at that point. It wasn't the latest thing. I mean, it wasn't that old at that point. They had it might have changed over the years a little bit. Like I feel like I remember like years later going to the same place and them having like more games than they had before. But they had Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2. I don't really recall if like later on, like right before we stopped renting that place, if maybe they got like End Knuckles or whatever. And they had other stuff like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, it's the Earthworm Jim game, other random stuff. But we liked playing Sonic the Hedgehog, as did a lot of people. Sonic and Sonic 2, well, really just like playing the first level, maybe the second level sometimes. That's what like everyone did at that point. Very few people were beating video games, especially the first one. Sonic the Hedgehog really lost some of its appeal after the first level. Gotta go fast, doing all the loops in the Green Hill Zone. Very memorable, iconic. And then the rest of the game is like a slow platformer that is very unforgiving with like BS deaths in it. Spikes that you couldn't have possibly known were going to be there, etc. But as a kid, you're just playing Green Hill Zone. Sonic 2, obviously the better one of those. That's probably what we played the most, especially because like Tails was in that and you could like have someone kind of control Tails in a really insignificant way, but like, hey, I was the younger brother, so like I enjoyed being Tails and not really having to worry about anything. Chemical Plant Zone, whew. Anyway, that was what I knew of Sonic the Hedgehog for a long time. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, Sonic 3D Blast, the Genesis version, the one I think almost everyone, if you know that game, you probably played the Sega Genesis version. Jamie actually somehow of all things for her family to have, they had a Sega Saturn, and she had the Sega Saturn version of that game, which blows my mind because like who had a Sega Saturn and like that was their console. That game was fun. They had good music. Anyway, yeah, that was Sonic the Hedgehog to me for a while. I remember at some point being at like a cousin's house and they had a Dreamcast and I saw a little bit of Sonic Adventure. Really blew my mind. Graphically impressive. It was right at the beginning. You're fighting chaos. Like, damn, looks pretty good. Oh my God, Sonic's in 3D now? That's crazy. I was very unobservant in important ways as a kid. I mean, I guess I was observant, but not in ways where like I'm making connections and like figuring out how things are important to me. So like, I don't know. I just don't remember being like, ooh, what is this? I want to know what this is. I want this console. I want to play it. I mean, I'm sure I did, but like, I don't know. I never sought out games as a kid. I just went with the flow, I guess. So anyway, saw that, thought it was cool. I guess like really never thought about it again. Fast forward. We moved. My mom remarried. We moved. And my older stepbrother had a GameCube, Nintendo GameCube, best console ever. I believe he really just got it for like a Star Wars game. I tried it out a little bit, and I guess I enjoyed it. I really liked the controller. I remember, of course, who doesn't? I really just remember him having that Star Wars game. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what I found so appealing about it. Maybe it was just because it was a new console and the controller was cool and stuff. Maybe I saw like it in a magazine or something. I don't know. But anyway, I guess he played the Star Wars game a little bit and was like, and he was going to sell his GameCube. And I remember being like, I want to try to buy it from him. I wasn't sure if I had, I don't know if I had like money saved up, birthdays, first communion, etc. And I just, again, I was like, how much? I will try to have the money together. And I believe he was like, oh, if you want it, you can have it. Pretty good deal, I guess. I don't even remember if like I sought out any games on my own initially. Definitely like Melee, Smash Brothers Melee, not too long after it came out, because we used to love playing Super Smash Brothers on the Nintendo 64 at my dad's house. But I remember one day going to the local movie rental place, because that's the timeline we're working with. And they obviously had a game section, a fairly robust game section. Looking through the GameCube games, maybe my stepbrother like took us as some kind of like initiation, like you've got your console, let's rent a game. Maybe. Again, not very observant. What is this guy doing? And I remember seeing Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, the GameCube port of the Dreamcast game Sonic Adventure 2. And I just remember being like, oh yeah, I know Sonic the Hedgehog. He's in 3D now. I don't know if I forgot about the Dreamcast thing or if that happened like at some point after, although I feel like I would have been like, maybe it did happen after I started playing Sonic Adventure 2. Maybe I was like, oh, what is this? Something that came before? I don't know. Again, I don't know what I was doing, but wasn't paying attention. So we rented that Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, started it up, went to the hero story, and I was like, oh my God, what is it, a racing game? This isn't what I wanted, because the beginning of the first level, you're skating down the hills of what is essentially San Francisco in a very linear path, action-packed with an amazing soundtrack, Escape from the City. Anyway, typical experience for anyone who used to rent games. You start it up and you're like, oh, this isn't at all what I wanted. But anyway, you get to the end of those of skating down those hills, and then game opens up, you have full control. Absolutely incredible experience for the first time. Anyway, that game, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, critically important to my development as a human being and shaping my personality. Turns out, really just put everything into that game. Maybe mostly the Chao Garden. Loved all the characters: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. Obviously, I was I guess a kid with a sense of justice. So I was like, I don't like the evil guys. Someone else can play the dark story. God, very iconic characters, very cartoonish, bright colors. Each one's got their own color. It's great. Their personalities are very forefront. God, that game is so good. It really rewards like exploration. Some of the levels really open up, especially like some of the treasure hunting ones. Most of them are just like at your leisure, just like explore around, find hidden stuff. Even in like some of these linear levels, like, oh, you go off to the side here and then the camera moves and you could find like a secret stash of items or whatever. Incredible. Didn't understand a goddamn thing about it. The Chao Garden, had no idea. I was like, what is this? I don't understand any of this cutesy Japanese nonsense. What's going on here? What are these creatures? I thought like you get there and like the animals that you collected in the level like pop out of your pockets. I was like, oh, you play with the animals here? Okay. Anyway, obviously got all that figured out. I loved the Chao Garden. I guess maybe the struggle of moving and a lot of things changing and starting at a new school and just not being a very confident child. I really lived in the Chao Garden. It was just a lot of my focus every single day, which really complicated things with the whole like Chao death aspect, that they for some reason decide to include into that messed me up big time when that became a problem. Once you grow attached to a specific few Chao. I had a sky blue neutral flying Chao JoJo. That was everything to me. In third grade I made a shirt. I like painted him on a shirt, wrote JoJo on it, and people would be like, "Are you JoJo?" And I'd be like, "No, JoJo is the Chao." And they'd be like, "What?" Which was common because I had horrible speech impediment, so people couldn't understand me anyway. So explaining myself never did much good. Anyway, over time we got friendly with like neighborhood kids, and I would have them over and show them the game from time to time. That was fun. And I believe it was fourth grade. Oh God, my friend Chris. He might have details that I've forgotten, but he also probably just have an equal amount of shit wrong like I do. I guess I was probably drawing Knuckles a lot. Sometimes Sonic, half and half. I would be drawing Sonic and Knuckles instead of, learning because I apparently I had horrible ADHD and only got that sorted out at like 29. Anyway, sketching Sonic and Knuckles, and I guess my friend Chris saw it, and we figured out that we both have GameCubes and Sonic Adventure 2 and loved the Chao Garden. I'm pretty sure that motherfucker like action replayed some Chaos Chao, because like what fourth grader is figuring that out? Lying bastard. Anyway, he was far more outgoing than me. So we're talking in just like a ADHD neurodivergent flurry. I guess we just nerded the fuck out talking about it, I'd imagine. And he invited me over for like a play date, and so I went to do that. Played some GameCube with him and his brother. I think they were playing Super Monkey Ball. Anyway, we're still friends. He was the singer in the band I was in through college. He still gives me shit thinking I have like a fetish for Sonic characters. Anyway, GameCube, I got a Sonic Mega Collection, because I was like, oh, I remember Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I want to play the other ones. And did I have CD on it? I feel like maybe it didn't. I don't know. Sonic 3 and Knuckles and like some unlockable games, whatever. It's funny. So those like collections for like old games that came out on GameCube, like damn, I got this instead of like an entire new, fully fleshed out game. That's kind of lame. But I played that a lot. I remember. Side note: I remember getting the Mega Man Anniversary collection because as a kid, I was like, oh, some of these like legendary like mascot characters have like so many games that like date way back, and like I never played them. And like for some reason in my head, I was like, if they're still around and they've got so many games, the games must have been really good. So I got like Mega Man Anniversary Collection, had Mega Man 1 through 8, and boy was I surprised when 1 through 6 just felt like the exact same goddamn thing because they were all for the NES. I played opened up the first Mega Man, I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is pretty old and kind of hard to control and insanely difficult. Okay, well that was the oldest one. Let me try 2. Oh, it's the same thing. 3. Oh, it's the same. And then so 7 was for Super Nintendo, and then 8 was for PlayStation. And I remember renting Mega Man 8 for the PlayStation way back. So I played that one, and then was just disappointed that 6 of the games were really hard and really old. But this isn't about Mega Man, which I also absolutely love, more so Mega Man X and like the Zero series and stuff. But this isn't about Mega Man. Maybe separate video for Mega Man. The Mega Collection, played that a bunch. Got Sonic Heroes for the GameCube. I played that again recently, and that is really hard just because it's like so bad. It's really bad. There's good stuff, There's definitely some good stuff, but like if you're actually trying to beat the game, like there's just some absolute bullshit they throw at you. Anyway, I think I enjoyed that a lot at the time, getting to see some of the further side characters that I didn't really know about yet with the Team Chaotix, and there was like Cream the Rabbit, Big the Cat, who also was playing Sonic Advance at some point. Might have maybe had Sonic Advance 2 at a point too. And then there's the Chao Garden in those, and you transfer Chao over. That was a lot of crazy shenanigans. Obviously still on the GameCube, played Shadow the Hedgehog, where they gave him a gun and he could say, "Damn." Terrible game. Went back and played that not too long ago. Maybe like 2 years ago, year and a half, something. And it's terrible, but it is fun. It's definitely got some charm to it. Something about it is just really goofy. Obviously, there's this whole conflicting thing about like what was going on with Shadow, because he definitely died at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, and then they kind of just like fixed that because everyone loved Shadow so much that they were like, okay, well, we need to bring him back. So like they like said he was like an android for a while, and then like there's like a secret ending to like Shadow the Hedgehog where like if you like wait around, Eggman will like explain like, no, it's you. I just like copied the thing, but you're the real one. I guess, I don't know. Which is crazy because like at the time that Sonic Adventure 2 came out, like he definitely it was canon that he died at the end of it, which is funny because that was really upsetting to me as a kid. Beat the game and I was like, oh damn, wow, that's really sad. Immediately went to the Chao Garden as Shadow to just pay my respects. Anyway, then I definitely fell off from Sonic for a long time because they kept getting worse and worse from there. That was obviously after that point. It's like the Wii came out. I was playing Nintendo games on there. Not long after that, I got an Xbox 360. And that was the whole wave of like edgy, violent games taking over the kiddie Nintendo and Sega stuff or whatever. So like just playing like Call of Duty, Gears of War, Halo. Didn't really make any time for Sonic in the Secret Rings, Sonic in the Black Knight, Sonic the Hedgehog 06, Sonic Colors, Sonic Unleashed. Didn't do any of those. Remember playing the demo for Sonic Unleashed on 360? Because I used to just download a bunch of demos onto my Xbox and play them over and over again instead of getting new games. There was some fun to be had in that. Play the Rainbow Six Vegas demo over and over, just like trying to do a more perfect run each time. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I got any Wii Sonic games, any Xbox 360 Sonic games. I got Sonic Rush for the Nintendo DS. Am I forgetting anything else? Didn't play like those spin-offs, weird games that were like for the Advance and DS. What was like the next Sonic game that I played? I definitely just was like replaying Sonic Adventure 2 from time to time. Oh my God, I totally forgot. Obviously got Sonic Adventure DX for the GameCube. Pretty soon after that came out. That came out after Sonic Adventure 2. DX was director's cut. So they first ported Sonic Adventure 2 over to the GameCube. Sega, realizing the Dreamcast was like not gonna make it. It was a great console. They packed a lot of power and features into it, but I never had one. I never had a Dreamcast, and I guess people just couldn't appreciate those things at that point in time. So the Sonic Adventure 2, and then quickly set it up for GameCube as well, and then brought over Adventure to GameCube, which we now know was just really just absolutely fucked it up horribly. There's a lot of things made worse from the Dreamcast to the GameCube, just like broken lighting and animate whatever. But I didn't know that, and I enjoyed it a lot. People are like, well, yeah, Sonic had a pretty rough transition to 3D, and then reference one of the greatest games of all time. What do you mean? Yeah, it's janky. It's goofy. The level design is like terrible by today's standards, but it's like one of those, like, it's a bad game that's so much fun and enjoyable and just has a lot of character. More terminally online gamers need to understand that you can enjoy a bad game just as much, if not even more, than like a well-received, high-rated game. Flawless doesn't make it the best. Anyway, loved that. It was goofy. It was broken. Loved it. But I can't really think. Like Sonic Rush, and I also had Billy Hatcher for the GameCube. That was Team Sonic. Sonic Team. I guess that was it until Sonic Frontiers came out. God, which was like, oh my God, it looks like it's gonna be like good and like open world-ish, and they're giving people what they are asking for. Finally, absolutely incredible. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot. Really liked the music. Some of the stuff gets pretty repetitive, obviously. It was like a whole new thing they were trying out. Hopefully, if the next game that they make will be like the same thing but polished and not have some of the goofier aspects of it. Since then, though, I have been trying to fill in some of the stuff I've missed. So I played through Sonic 06 on stream. I think the whole playthrough is up on my gaming channel, WiLLo Davis Games. There's also a video on there of me playing through Sonic Adventure 2 in its entirety in one stream, including messing around in the Chao Garden in between levels. Anyway, Sonic 06, everyone says it's horrible, maybe the worst game ever. I thought it was just going to be like a bad game, you know, like how Sonic Adventure is like a bad game. I was like, oh, maybe it'll just kind of be like whatever, stupid and not have like intuitive or exciting gameplay or something. That shit is broken. It's infuriating. Like, stuff just doesn't work. They just like, they built the levels wrong. The mechanics feel all wrong. The loading screens are ridiculous. The hub world place is like so bad. Dialogue is ridiculous. The character design's ridiculous. Like, realistic Eggman is so gross. Story doesn't make any goddamn sense. Sonic's like romantically involved with a human, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Maybe if I had known that from the beginning, I would have played it when it came out. Yeah, that was insanely bad. So broken. And the levels, some of the levels, just like 20 minutes long, and like there's be one spot where like it just like is broken, like you're supposed to jump on a rail and it just like doesn't snap like it's supposed to. You just like fall through the floor. If you get a game over, you have to start all the way over the level. Really insanely bad. I was shocked at how bad Sonic 06 is. Sonic the Hedgehog, it's called. I think it's for a couple of things, but I think 360s. No, I don't know. Unleashed came out on a bunch of stuff. Sonic 06 might have been Xbox 360 only. And then they got a deal to make 3 Wii games, which I didn't play any of, but I do have them. I bought them all from a used game place. Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic and the Black Knight, and Sonic Colors. I want to start up Sonic and the Secret Rings soon. I got to play through all those. I got to play Sonic Lost World, Sonic Boom. I got Sonic Mania on my Switch. I think maybe after the first movie came out, I was all hyped up on Sonic again. Sonic Mania is so goddamn good. Wow. Oh my God. If you like the 2D Sonic, it's like the best of that. And I got Sonic. I bought Sonic Generations and for $5 on Steam one time and just never got around to playing it. Then Sonic and Shadow Generations came out. I played that. Well, I played the whole Shadow thing, and that was pretty good. I liked that a lot. And then I played some of the Sonic Generations through that, and what I played of that is pretty good, but I didn't finish that. And now I guess here we are. I've designed a Sonic OC that you see from time to time. I use a Shadow the Hedgehog Squishmallow as like my main pillow. Like, like some, like put a couple of pillows like up against the headboard to like get yourself in the right position. And I use the Squishmallow to like really, lock in the position of my neck and head. It's just like get it in the right spot, the fine tuning. Yeah, I still love Sonic stuff. Never got too into the comics. The movies are fine. They're fine. I'm sick of video games being made into movies and they're just like isekais. That's why I liked Detective Pikachu a lot. Felt immersive. Yeah. I'd like to play the Sonic Racing Crossworlds thing that just came out. I don't really feel like paying for it, but it looks like it's a lot of fun. It's getting good reviews, I believe. And I think they're going to bring Mega Man into it eventually. Interesting. That's it. I really like Shadow. I really like the entire Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Shadow's a great character, and Rouge, and I've always liked Knuckles. Silver is ridiculous, but he's growing on me just because he's just so pitiful as a character. That's it. I hope they continue to improve Sonic games after just a very long period of feeling them just like not caring and just like putting out whatever under the Sonic name so that they can keep making money. Yuji Naka really just let that entire franchise fall off and didn't care, which is a shame. Will we ever get a Chao Garden again? I don't know. They keep saying that like that's an exclusive to the Adventure series. Maybe we'll ever do an adventure game again. Woo! Anyway, I hope they continue to be good games. I'm looking forward to eventually playing through all those ones that I missed. Oh, you know what? I got Sonic Forces on Switch. I actually got it might have been on sale, or maybe I just got it anyway. Immediately after our cat died, which was just a horrible, worst time of my life. Because I was like, a bad game in a franchise I love could really make a good distraction right now. That game it's bad. Sonic Forces is bad. Some of the concepts are incredible. Like literally you like make your own character. You like make a Sonic OC to play as, and then you get to play as them for like 30% of the game. And the rest of it you're playing as like Sonic and like classic Sonic, which was such a stupid concept. But it was fun. It was kind of goofy. Some of the like boss battles just feel like broken. And a lot of it feels lazy with like the conversations just being like PNGs of characters with text. The Shadow the Hedgehog DLC was a short but fun thing. But yeah, damn, they couldn't have just like committed to like you make your little character, your Sonic character, and then play the whole game like that. Like, come on, commit. That could have been something. Like, you were onto something with that. Why did you back down? Just like how I like the classics Sonic levels from time to time, the 2D where it's like, oh, do the loop-de-loops, etc. That they're putting in like Sonic Generations, Sonic Frontiers. But like I kind of was a little too much of that. Like play Sonic Mania if like that's your main thing. Give me like an actual like 3D world and commit to it. All these games have such great music. Crush 40. God, Frontiers had such good music with Kellen Quinn doing like those boss soundtracks. Whew. That's it. In these trying times, it's nice to find escapism in the Sonic the Hedgehog world. Go on whatever social media site that's been rotting your brain and just like find a bunch of Sonic fan art and like it to get it into your algorithm. Fix yourself. All right, that's it. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I've been recording it for quite a while, just reminiscing as I think back at this stuff. Man, went on for longer than I thought I would have about Sonic the Hedgehog. Pretty crazy. What do I call this? What goofy thing could I call this? My experience with Sonic the Hedgehog. My relationship with Sonic the Hedgehog. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.